What up, man? Siri, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How we doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It is Thursday, April 11th, and I got to be honest with you, man. I have no idea what is going on in the world of crypto, but good thing I have you, because I know you have everything. I know you got the lowdown on everything, so update me on what is going on here, man.
I was gonna say, man, you're the one in the trenches, man. You're the one in them telegrams and discords. You should know more than me. But I will say this:
What's up?
if you are, well, let's start. I want to do some positive and some negative. So I'm gonna start
Let's do
off.
it, man.
Let's start off with the positive. Let's start off with the wins. You got some wins on Arbitrum bigger than I don't know what, man. Arbitrum's we've been screaming Arbitrum for 2, 3, 4 years almost now. And it's nice to finally say I told you so, because you know what? We told you so. We told you
Yes.
that Arbitrum was going to have its day, and not only has it had its day, it's exploding. You got gaming, you got meme coins, you got communities, you got spaces, you got Hashflow teaming up with them. You got, you got the Dev Hunter is got his own podcast. He's pumping meme coins. He's doing live streaming with Arbitrum Gaming. I mean, you're not gonna be able to stop the Arbitrum train at this point, because the momentum is, and especially with Solana, and that's my segue into the negative. Solana is pissing me off. All right,
It's pissing a lot of people off right now.
the last
For sure.
4 days, I had to sell for in real life stuff. You guys that have been watching us for a while, you know what's going on with my personal life with my mom right now. And if you don't know, she's on hospice. She's not doing great, but she's still alive and kicking. But so I've been kind of staying with her and helping her. But I've been trying to move stuff around for in real life expenses. I'm gonna tell you what, dude. When it gets to the point, I don't mind failed transactions here and then. I don't mind the network going down for a couple hours. But you take 4 days to withdraw, and you know what? You're like no better than a bank. As a matter of fact, you're worse, because you're claiming you're decentralized. You're claiming all this crap. And I'm not dogging Solana, because I still would like to see them succeed. But if I don't get this off my chest as a customer, as a paying customer of Solana, I'm a user of Solana. Get your stuff together. Like, get it together, bro. You guys cannot have 4 days of a transaction not going through. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that and call yourself Web3. I mean, the centralization of it, we all know that it's more centralized than most crypto. We understand, you got to take the cartridge out, blow in the cartridge like Nintendo, put the game back in. Whatever y'all got to do over there, unplug, plug back in. Don't just put the banner up that you're congested, bro, because when you're saying you're congested, that means things are still working, right? If you're congested, the transactions are still going through. I had the first 3 days and nothing was going through, and then I had a transfer that still hasn't gone through. So, and I've talked to several other people, DeFi Dog and Petabyte was commenting on it. There's other people in Web3 that I trust that were telling me they're having the same issue. So it's not just me. I verified it wasn't just me. And, yeah, dude, I don't know what they're doing, but they're dropping the ball as far as keeping their name above water. I mean, they're still going to do okay. I still think Solana will rip. I still think the price will moon. But I don't care about all that crap. What I care about is I was trying to FOMO into some Deagle. And I was trying to move some liquidity from Solana back over to Arbitrum a little bit to catch it before it ripped, because I knew it was going to get ready to rip. I just had a feeling. And so when you're trying to go arbitrage from one chain to another, and I know I could use Wormhole and all that crap, but sometimes I don't want to do that. I want to use a little bit for in real life expenses, and I want to go to my exchange, and it just prevented me from doing that. And at a time like what I'm going through right now, when I need access to some money, that's crucial, bro. You can't be, it's, so I don't know. I mean, I could be over complaining a little bit, but I just feel like as a longtime customer and user of Solana, I'm upset that they're just trying to say it's just congested. It's not congested. It's basically, you had a bank run, and customers were unable to withdraw their funds for a few days. So it's like, and I'm not the only one that feels like that. I don't know if you probably you weren't in the same situation I was in, and how much has this affected you? I mean, maybe you're not as upset as I am over it, but has it affected you at all, or have you been kind of more on Arbitrum recently?
Yeah, it's absolutely affected me. I mean, I have a lot of airdrop farming that I'm doing. You guys know that if you watch the show, and a lot of that stuff is on Solana, man. And I got a lot of money tied up on the Solana in the Solana ecosystem, dude. So, like this whole margin fi thing that we can get to here in a minute, but. Yeah, I was trying to pull money out of MarginFi. There was I do a lot of trading on there. I was messing around with the Zeta markets. Their points went live or whatever. So I was trying to do some trading over there. And I'm like you, man. I do the meme coin trading with the deck screener, and I like to do it on Solana because it is faster. You know what I mean? The transactions are faster. But for like the last 2 weeks, man, the transactions, it's been like a 75% fail rate for these transactions, dude. And it's aggravating, man. But one of the things is like using a Telegram trading bot. If you know how to do that, most people don't. Yeah, you can get around it with using the Telegram trading bot. Most people don't use that though. They just want to go to Radium or they want to go to Jupiter. And when you have a 75% fail rate, that's terrible, dude. You know what I mean? Like your transactions can be fat. Your TPS can be faster than Ethereum. It can be 1,000 times faster than Ethereum. But if they're not going through the first, the second, the third time that you're trying to make these transactions, and that's all it takes. Sierra, you know this, man. When you're trading these meme coins, especially the ones that just roll out and they just go live, you got to be on top of it, dude. You have to send that transaction as soon as it comes out. And if you're fighting to get the transaction through, it's not good, man. You can lose a lot of money, man. And it's definitely a problem. But something else I'd like to point out, I mean, there is, that's a big problem, really big problem. And, we talked about that on one of our videos not too long ago. We both agreed that Solana will pass BNB, and it did temporarily, but now BNB kind of stole the spotlight back. But that was, one of the things you said. You said as long as they can keep up with transactions and the blockchain doesn't go down, Solana has a very good opportunity to be, in the top 3 as far as layer 1s go, in the top 3. But if something else I came across earlier today is even with that 75% fail rate on transactions, they became the third. What is it? Solana became a top 3 blockchain by revenue generated. So they generated $8 million in revenue in the past 7 days. Even with the transactions failing like that, and that's a 7x in growth just in Q1, compared to the previous quarters. But it just blows my mind, man, that's just how people react to this. You know what I mean? Sure, it fails once, twice, 3 times, but they go back and they keep using it, man. Instead of trying to explore a different chain like Arbitrum, they keep messing with these, messing with these blockchains. And I think that this could potentially be why, going back to, the failed transactions, this could potentially be why we're starting to see a growth in Arbitrum meme coins in base and things like that.
Perfect storm, dude. Perfect storm.
Dude. Yeah. So I think Arbitrum was just sitting, just perfectly chilling, waiting on that opportunity, and now it's really paid off, man, for us.
So speaking just, and we'll get into Arbitrum in just 1 second, but just to cover the other base of what I was saying with Solana, it's in my bio on Twitter. It's not like I'm not a fan of Solana. I freaking love using Solana. The reason why I'm pissed off is because, like I said, I'm tired of opening the Phantom wallet and seeing, the network's congested. No, it's not. I've checked my exchange 5 times in the last, 24 hours to see if a stupid transaction's going to my centralized exchange for in real life stuff, and that transfer is worse than waiting on a bank transfer.
Right.
So don't tell me don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. I wish
Mm.
they would I wish their P&R team would come out and really address the issues here and
Yeah.
say, look,
They have to, man.
it's not, and it wouldn't be a bad thing if they addressed the truth and said, listen, we got 7 million of you degens all gambling on coins at once,
Right.
but
Right.
what I keep hearing from their PR team, oh, the bots. Oh, it's the bots. Oh, it's the
bots, yeah.
bots. Oh, it's the bot. Like,
Well,
come
do
on,
something
bro.
about it, man. Do something about the bots.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to hear the bot thing. Like, I'm tired of hearing the bot thing. If
So
I'm
they're
ready,
saying, I'm sorry, go ahead, man.
no, I was just saying, if I'm ready to withdraw, and I'm like you, margin fi. I'm farming at margin fi, and I've been, rolling in and out of the meme coins, and then you take a little profit, you throw it into margin fi, rack up some points for your airdrop that's not coming. that's
Right.
that's a whole nother beef going on Solana right now, the margin fi drama. But it's a very interesting thing you said when you said that these people go back. And here's the thing. I go back. I'm not leaving Solana. I love it because I like to arbitrage trade between Arbitrum and Solana.
Yeah.
So, and if you pull up Dex Screener and you look at my Dex Screener, I've got Solana, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Say, which is a new thing I'm getting into. I'm really starting to like Say a little bit. It's not quite there like Solana, but I do see the potential for Say. And I might be revisiting Aptos as well. Sui, I'm mad at because of the airdrop thing. I'm still bitter about that. But
Yeah, me too, man.
but Say Chain and Aptos, in my opinion, still has the most fire NFT artwork out of any chain that I've ever seen. Their freaking
Really?
NFT art, dude. If you look, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just one or two creators that have flooded the market, but the art styles on Aptos for their NFTs are freaking. It's just the art.
I thought it was like a lot like Solana. Isn't the NFTs kind of similar, or is it really different? I've never looked, dude. Maybe I need to go check it out.
I've never looked. But NFTs are dead, bro. No one cares about NFTs anymore. I'm sitting here holding all this.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'd like to see him come back, but let's tie into the Arbitrum thing. So I like to arbitrage between Solana and Arbitrum, and when I can't pull out a margin fi, go to my exchange, use something for in real life, and then go back over to Arbitrum. If I can't do that, you've just prevented me from one of my biggest styles of trading, which is arbitrage trading. Selling something that's up, buying something else that's down. If something's pumping on Solana, if I have a meme coin on Solana pumping, I don't leave moon bags. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to cash out completely. I'm going to take everything out of it, and then I'm going to dump it into something that's 20 or 30% down on Arbitrum, and to get that arbitrage, right? So, because I'm playing with small amounts. I'm not a whale. I'm a Remora, literally a Remora. So it's like I'm playing with smaller amounts. It's like that kind of stuff. Even a couple hours going down, I'm okay. I'll wait till 3 in the morning and try to trade again. But when I wake up, 3, 4 in the morning, and I try to check my transaction, it still hasn't gone through. I have a real problem with that. So
yeah, that is the problem.
That's the negative. The positive is Arbitrum, like you said, is taking some of that liquidity. I think Arbitrum was inevitable anyway, even if whether Solana failed or not. I just think it's a matter of time that people see the light of what Arbitrum is, and I'm shocked that even the big boy influencers, bro, BitBoy, Lark. I mean, Lark knows about Arbitrum. Chico knows about Arbitrum. Zombie knows about. They all know about Arbitrum, but I'm shocked that they do not shill Arbitrum or talk more about Arbitrum because just dude, you're talking about the biggest layer 2 in the United States. So it's got the United States factor, which is a huge factor. They are located in the U.S. They're the oldest freaking L2. They've been around. They've been doing this stuff. Ed Felton's old school, right? He's a freaking genius. So you got a company of Chads. You had Andrew Saunders, the chief, running it. You got Hunter. I mean, and now they've taken the momentum of just because the airdrop's over, they're still moving forward. Like Andrew with Hashflow, still moving forward. You got Hunter doing podcasts. You got Lambo, and it's just like bro,
man, Senko, we got to jump on Senko.
Senko, and I looked at Senko, and I'll be honest with you, it could go up to $200-$300. I looked at it at $90 the other day, and I was just like,
oh, you talking about the DMT or whatever?
DMT, dude. I mean, It's $95 today, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it was
man,
$95. Yeah.
I'm upset about that because I didn't buy it at $8. So I'm looking at it at 95, and I'm shaking my head because I'm like, it does look dope. I've played around on the website. I think I bought a pass or two, but I didn't really have enough liquidity to get on there and do what I wanted to do with it. But it's
Yeah.
still ripping, dude.
Yeah.
It's forming a sending a bull flag right now.
Yeah,
So
I think
DMT.
it continues to run, man. I think so too.
Where do you see the price target for DMT? Just out of curiosity.
Honestly, man, I don't have a chart pulled out in front of me. I really couldn't tell you. I know it's way up though. I mean, if you give me a second, I can pull it up on.
Yeah. Pull it up
Let's
because I'm looking
see.
at it right now, and it's going from 13. Man, that thing was $7, dude. That thing was seven
Right.
bucks, and now it's
Yeah, I got a small
95.
airdrop from it from just messing around on Senko for season 1 or whatever, and I mean, I didn't expect it to be much, and it was very very nice,
Very nice.
very nice. All right, let's see, man. What are we? We're doing DMT.
Yeah, just take a look at DMT real quick. It's got an indecisive candle wick forming right now. Indecision candle.
Where are you?
Right at $95. I mean, the next leg up is I'm looking at is 187, 188 would be the next around there would be the next move up. But it's like you're talking $200 per DMT. Isn't DMT what you have to use if you're? That's the Dream Machine token. You have to use that to use Sanko. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
better
their
not be
native
like
token.
better not be like, oh, insert one DMT to play this game because you're talking $200. Like they break it down into sats. I'm hoping, right? Like, come on.
Um, where the hell? Oh
You know,
God.
the website was dope. It was retro '80s type thing. Load in the arcade. I was feeling the website. I liked it. I liked the channels. I'm just curious when you're using it, how expensive is it? Is like this? Yeah, it's a YouTube decentralized YouTube, which is awesome. It's on Arbitrum, freaking awesome. But if you're talking about spending a lot of coin, I might have to wait until I'm in a better position before I can use it. It's like, I don't know. I haven't used it enough to know. That's why I'm asking. Is it really, like, have you found it expensive
Yeah,
to use or?
it's to get the passes. It is. You can boost like the videos for really really cheap, like 0.0001 of
Yeah.
an ETH, and so yeah, I mean to do that is really cheap, and
But the passes is what's
the
expensive.
the passes is what can get expensive. The thing is though, like if you buy a pass, say you buy somebody's pass for like $20, and they have like this instant sell. I mean, it's taking like 20%, 25% of it, but if you just needed that liquidity, you needed that money back or something for some reason, I mean, you can instant sell your pass or whatever. But then people buy your pass also. And the whole fact is like, and they're going to continue doing these little airdrops. So the more you stream, the more content you put out, you're building up your DMT bag from the airdrop, and then people are buying your pass. So you can eventually get it to where you're generating revenue and generating this money where you're not having to really put money into it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
So
It's almost like that money's getting generated through airdrop farming and people using the platform, I guess.
So can we?
In a way.
They multi-stream on there, or is it going to be like? Because I know
I don't think they have that right now. Maybe they'll add it in the future. I can't find DMT, man. I'm on Deck Screener. Tell me if you can find it, dude.
DMT
Here we go.
USDC on Camelot Arbitrum. It shows up.
Got it. Okay. All right. Cool.
You could see I'm on the I guess yearly chart on the
Lord.
bottom. You see the indecisive candle I'm talking about, the green one.
Yeah,
It's
you
green.
almost have to. You gotta look at like Well, you on the daily chart.
Let's see.
You almost have to look at it on a daily, man. Anything else?
I'm zoomed out to the 1 year chart and my
On Deck
no.
Screener.
Yeah. I'm on the yearly chart.
So you can see where that initial ran up happened, and then we kind of dropped and consolidated. What was that from September? When did we bottom out right there? September 2023, all the way up to March is when we finally started. No, February, yeah, of this year is when we finally started ticking back up. And honestly, man, oh man, that's it looks like it wants to be a bull flag.
Yeah,
Right
it
there
does.
at the very end. It looks like it could be trying to do a double bottom or something maybe.
Yeah.
We definitely need to. We definitely made a higher low. So I think if we can break out and break that structure right there on that last previous high, man. I mean, this thing could freaking take off, man. Price discovery after 120.
All right, so let's take a look now that you're on Deck Screener. I have all these saved on my Arbitrum tab, by the way, so I can jump to them fairly quickly.
What you looking at?
I'm looking at let's look at Boop. Let's take a look at Boop because I wanted to re-enter. I was in Boop early. I got a run and then I paper handed a little too early and didn't catch that massive run. But now it's down 20%. If you go to the again, I'm zoomed out, I believe on no, I'm not. I'm on this. Hold on.
Yeah, we're having. That's the thing about these new coins, man. Is like it's a little difficult, man, to really do, any kind of a analysis on it,
Well,
especially when we're like in price discovery
well, if you
as
go
we speak.
to the what the heck is it? See, this is the problem. What do I have here? Um, five
Jesus,
one
man,
day,
this
1
thing
minute
is.
intervals. That's not what I'm looking at.
This thing is. Are you on deck screener?
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to find my original chart I had for it, and if you change it, it kind of acts a little radical.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me go back to the default here. Hopefully it stays
Jesus,
on that
man,
last one.
boner.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at
they're
boner.
all pumping, dude. They're all going nuts. But what I was saying is, if you look at Boop, and the thing I don't like about Deck Screener, I can't see. It looks like I'm on the 5 minute chart, right? And
Yeah.
like you said, it's such a new.
Yeah, you'll get like straight lines, freaking parallel line. Like it'll just be flat for a couple of days and then a little action. Yeah, it's weird, man. Those new ones like that with not really a lot of price action. I gotta switch it to like the 4 hour or
Yeah, go to the 4 hour with me real quick, and I just want
on
you.
Boop.
Yeah, on Boop. So this is what I'm doing because I know they say you can't use TA on meme coins, but I use
There we
TA
go. Yeah.
on anything and everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
I
Absolutely. Yeah.
always use TA. Now the only TA I use is the quick TA where you take the whole flagpole, split that joker in half, which is pretty much the 0.618 Fibonacci level. It's not because it's 61.8. It's not 50%, but a good eyeball to do it quickly on TA is measure a flagpole, go to 50%, and you'll see that's almost 9 times out of 10 where you correct to. If you split that flagpole from, let's say, April 5th, 2024, and go to April 25th, 2024, and you watch that flagpole up to the top, which is, whatever, April 24th, April 10th, that flagpole, you split that flagpole dead in the middle,
Yeah.
and that gives you at 0.0002, which is pretty much where that bounce just happened, right? So this is called 5 minute TA. You take the flagpole, cut it in half. That's your 50% correction. 0.618 Fibonacci is probably where the candle closed. But I was waiting for it to come down to 0.00022, and I was going to enter, but it bounced slightly above that. So now, because I was waiting for that drop to get into Boop, and now it's like you have to kind of gauge with what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing too. When you're in these meme coins, you're trading these meme coins. Bitcoin's at what, 69 again? Are we just doing that sideways thing at 69?
Yeah.
Is that where? So when Bitcoin starts acting like a pansy and going sideways like she does now,
that's when the freaking memes rip ass, dude.
So,
I feel like the memes are do opposite, because Bitcoin's kind of the safer play. People are jumping out of that and getting into riskier stuff, risk on, you know what I mean, and then jumping back out, let the memes correct, throw it back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin will
And
do what Bitcoin does.
Have you noticed this? Because I've noticed this. There's certain coins that perfectly inverse correlate. Like, for instance, when Boop was rolling, I mean, when Boop was on that tear, Deagle was just going sideways. So what I did was I had already sold out of Boop and I missed a little bit of that run, but I was looking at Deagle, and Deagle was at the end of a sideways consolidation. I dropped into Deagle pretty good and bought a couple thousand of them, and then I watched it roll. It pumped up to 187%, and I sold a little. Then it went to 250. I sold a little bit, and I was like thinking I'm, King Poop of Turd Island. And and then I looked back at the chart, and that thing ripped to like 457%, dude. And I was just like, oh my god, like I could have killed it on that. But my what I'm saying is, if you notice, there's certain coins that counter trade each other. Like, now that Boop's up, this other one will be down, and perfectly. It's almost like the same group of degens is going from Boop over to Deagle, then they go from Deagle over to here. It's like. That's my new style of trading memes, and it's been working fairly good. I was just wondering if have you noticed that with any different coins, kind of where they kind of do that?
Not really, man.
No,
nah, not really.
It's rare, but when I find them, they're gems because you can just literally sit there and go roll out of one, go into the other. It's almost like you got to get lucky. It doesn't happen often, but I've found that it's been happening with Deagle and Boop and then some Solana coins. But then again, you can't do nothing with Solana right now because it's I don't know if it's still down.
I'll tell you
not,
one I would keep an eye on right now is Small, dude. The Small, because that one's kind of been getting faded here lately, but it looks
what about size, dude?
Size too, but the thing about Small, man, is they just came out with the Small Bound today, man. I don't know if you signed up for that one yet, but that's getting a little bit of attention, so it looks like it's trying to pump. I mean, 17% on the day. While everything else is down, that would have been a good play. I didn't even think about that, dude. The Small Bound, they were rolling that out today. That would have been a good move, but I missed that.
Yeah, the other thing that's pissing me off is every time Arbitrum puts something out, some dev over on Solana puts it out. Like Size Coin on Arbitrum should be getting a little bit more attention, but then you got 6 other degens over there that just created Size Coin over on Solana. It's like this, and it's not a Solana's fault. It's just some dev that's infiltrated Arbitrum is every time something gets a little bit of love on Arbitrum, it's like they snatch the name up and they put it on Solana, and it's all good because it's Web3. You're free to do that, but it is kind of frustrating how quickly that happens. It kind of pisses me off a little bit because it's like every time Solana or every time one of the Arbitrum coins is about to catch a little steam, they get front run, and the devs over on Solana are just cutting it, and I don't know. It's Web3. You have the freedom to do that. I'm not against that in any way. I'm just saying I still have the right to be a little pissed off about it because, like, come on, man, come up with your own stuff. Like the Tremp coin and the Bowden, that was great over on Solana. Those are great. The BlackRock, the artwork's cool. It's fire. It's original. Like, create something original. Stop stealing. Don't ride off of other people's coattails. I don't know. That's just the artist in me. It gets a little. That revs me up a little, but do you feel that way at all, or do you just not care? Are you just like, they're meme coins, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really
doesn't bother you.
Doesn't bother me, man.
It bothers me, man. It bothers me. It does. It bothers me.
Like, dude, Boner hits differently because we're just really tied up into that community, man, with everybody, and we love Boner, man. Like, who doesn't love Boner? You know what I mean? So, Boner's kind of different, I guess. Boop, dude, I should have jumped into it. I almost feel like I was a little too late for that. They're having a nice little retest today. Maybe I'll look for an entry. I mean,
26% down. It's a good little entry.
Looking at that chart, dude, I mean, it looks like we're trying to put in like a falling wedge or something on the 4 hour. So, I mean, we could absolutely find some support soon and go back up. I was looking at a price target of like 0.005 in the shorter term.
On Boop?
So yeah, so that could be a good one to look at. But did you happen to see you were mentioning Sui earlier? Do you say Sui or Sui?
Sei, SEI,
No,
Sei.
Sui.
Oh
Remember you were
yes.
like, "Oh, I'm kind of pissed off about the airdrop." Yeah, and that was
Oh,
that
that's
was
Sui.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's Sui.
So
With the
apparently they just came out with this. I want your opinion on this, man. They just came out with this portable gaming device. It looks just like a Nintendo Switch. And what do you like? What do you think about that, dude? So apparently
Sui.
it's called the Sui Play Ox One, the Zero X1, and it looks just like a Switch to me, dude. It's a
The
Linux-based
Sui.
operating system.
The Sui
Yeah.
Play OX1 is a Playtron. Get out of here.
Yeah, dude. Do you see it looks just like a Switch? Like, is that what this
Huh.
has come to, man? I mean, Solana had the phone, and now, like, I guess Sui's trying to do this gaming thing.
Well,
I don't know, man.
I tell you, they'd be better off because they pissed everyone in Web3 off.
They did, dude. They did, especially anybody that was in the States, man.
They better become a freaking what you call it.
I never went back, dude. Never went back to Sui, man. Haven't
Yeah,
even played around with it. Nothing, dude.
that was a little
Nothing.
messed up. It's like you should have at least let people keep their damn NFTs they created.
Right.
Like you just stole all the NFTs, all that time we put in. Like I created NFTs, I did all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
So that was kind of BS. And then that's a perfect tie-in. We only got a couple of minutes left anyway, but real quick, Uncle Gary, Uniswap,
Mm-hmm.
is he gonna pull this off? He's gonna sue because that's what he does.
Yeah.
Little turd that he is. But is he gonna pull this off? Is he gonna win this thing at all, or is he gonna have any clout with this?
Absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not, dude. I don't think so, man. He's already got a bad rap, dude. The recent stuff with Coinbase. I mean, obviously Coinbase apparently they got the win on that. XRP, they got the win on that. It's really disappointing, man, honestly. And I feel like whether you like Uniswap or not, you know what I mean? Uniswap's been kind of like the poster child decentralized exchange. It took care of its community, airdropped them, everybody was happy, and all that good stuff. But it's like very disappointing. But I'm telling you right now, man, Hayden Adams, he came out and he said, dude, he's ready to fight. And I think it's not even about Uniswap at this point. It's about it's about the fact that the SEC keeps going. I think it's like 47. The number's like 47 projects now that they've gone after. And, we only hear about the bigger ones like this. But I know they're ready to fight, dude. And I'm just worried about the aftermath of it and what it's going to do to other decentralized exchanges, man. Ones that, they might have to change up their roadmap. They might have to, maybe they were in the middle of creating something, and it's going to really scare a lot of people, man. And it sucks because, especially in the DeFi sector, man, they might, people are scared. They might have faced the same kind of investigations as Uniswap is. And I think that devs are going to get, project founders are going to be approaching things differently. And people are going to have to switch up their roadmaps. A lot of uncertainty, man, around these regulatory actions and stuff, man. So yeah, I'm more worried about what it's doing as a whole in the DeFi sector.
Yeah, and they're a dinosaur waiting to go extinct because you got Larry Fink over here talking about how every asset's going to be tokenized. It's only a matter of time before the Securities and Exchange Commission is closed down, because the minute you go to tokenize anything, it goes from having 10,000 employees in a brick and mortar building in DC to 3 or 4 devs in front of a computer. I mean, look at the NASDAQ. You got 4 people walking around with tablets now, whereas back in the day you had 10,000 people screaming with pieces of paper in their hand. All those floor trader, and I know because I wanted to be a floor trader. That's what I wanted to do. That was the first thing I wanted to do with when I was 17 years old. I wanted to go to Wall Street. That's what I wanted to do, was be a stockbroker. And I studied, and I had my books for the Series 6, Series 7 license. I had my life and health insurance license at 17 years old. Yeah, 17, 18. I think it was right when I turned 18. I was selling life and health insurance, and I was on my way to get my Series 7 license to be a stockbroker. And those jobs are obsolete. They don't. I mean, there's still brokers, but there's no more stockbroker. That job is gone. So it, that whole position is gone. So what happens when they tokenize stocks and bonds, and NASDAQ is all tokenized now? Well, it's a blockchain. Now all you need is 3 people in front of a couple of servers to make sure the servers are running, drinking coffee, going to meetings, eating salads.
Right.
But the blockchain's going to handle everything. So the Securities and Exchange Commission is a dinosaur right before the asteroid hit or whatever the hell killed him. And I think Gensler is grabbing straws. I think he's kicking and screaming. And I think he's a punk because he let Sam Bankman-Fried walk.
Yeah.
He got caught eventually, but it wasn't because of anything Gary did, right? So
he's going after the good actors.
He is.
It's letting the bad actors slip through, man.
And I think people are starting to see it. And I think the normies are starting to see it too. And with any luck and with any good faith in the United States government and the people of the country, I think that the bad actors are eventually going to get weeded out because they're trying to break crypto. He's a bad actor. They're trying to break crypto. They're trying to break the internet. And you know what? You try to break Bitcoin, you end up breaking yourself first because it's anti-fragile. And I think DeFi as a whole is not relying on just Uniswap anymore. That in 2020,
right.
If you would have took out Uniswap in 2020, they would have took out DeFi because that's all DeFi was Uniswap. Now, 2024, DeFi is a lot stronger than just Uniswap. So
yeah. I mean, Uniswap is huge, man. But the cool thing is, they just came out with, even despite that, dude, even despite the SEC going after them, it was just a Wells notice, right? But 9 times out of 10, there's usually some legal action after the Wells notice or whatever. But they just released the Uniswap X, which is the gasless swaps, and they're still building, man. They're still innovating. I just think that this is a way to scare other, DeFi projects to kind of think twice about opening it up to the United States users.
Absolutely. Well, I think
that sucks, man.
Is there anything else you want to go over? Because we're at time. We're a little bit past time.
No. I think that was it, man. I think that was it, dude.
It's a good meeting, dude. That was a good show.
Yeah. We got a lot talked about. So. Yeah,
awesome Monday. Tell the people Monday morning. What do we got for them?
Monday morning, guys. We're gonna start doing spaces on Monday, man, and just kind of talking about what to expect throughout the week. We're gonna talk about different projects, maybe some airdrop farming, tips that we can give out. Anything that we can do to kind of just stay in tune, stay in touch with the community, man, is what we're gonna do. So the best way to do that right now, we figured, is through spaces. So we're going to start doing that. We're going to start hosting spaces on Monday mornings, I think is what we agreed. But we'll make a post about that. We'll put all the details, and I hope to see you there.
Monday morning manager market meetings.
Market meeting.
But we'll shorten it down to Monday morning meetings or something cool. But we're going to do a cool. I'd like it to be a little laid back. If any degens are up at that hour and free, I'd like to have that like a casual kind of meeting where we can just kind of.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be straight chill, man.
That would be fun, man. Where we could just kind of kick it and talk smack to each other and figure out who's trading what.
Yeah, Spaces is meant for that, man. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about who's gonna say what or what I mean. So
that'll be fun, man. We need to do that.
That'll be fun. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But I'm very much looking forward to that. All right, man. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Follow Sierra at Sierra Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. That's going to do it for tonight's show. Much love to you guys. And until next time, peace out.